right, I'd like to welcome you all tonight or today to our graduation. And first off, I have a couple of graduates that are going to do a land acknowledgement for us. So I'd like to welcome up Kaya Corcoran and Elliot Blinn.
We will now read a land acknowledgement for our class wrote together for today. We, the graduating class of 2023, would like to acknowledge that we are on the unceded land of the Wiyot people who continue to honor their culture and traditions on this land.
We also recognize the devastating impact that colonization and the forced removal of the Wiyot people from this land had on their community, and we honor their resilience and resistance to reclaim their rightful place here.
We make this acknowledgement fully realizing just how little a statement means unless it's paired with action. The creation of this land acknowledgement serve as our first steps towards honoring the indigenous people who lived on the land where we have learned.
We encourage you to learn more about the Wiyot people, and through our voices in voting, we may support the Wiyot people reclamation and regeneration of the land we share.
Thank you. Do I stay here? Okay. Please join us and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
The flag is there. Flag is there.
That way? Okay.
That way.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
All right. Good afternoon. Today, we gather here to celebrate a significant milestone in your lives, your graduation. This is a time filled with a range of emotions, from pride and joy to bittersweet nostalgia. Although this is my first year as your principal, I had the pleasure of getting to know many of you as your Spanish teacher as sophomores at Arcata High. Although it was just for brief snippets as you reluctantly turned on your cameras to wave at the end of our Zoom class. And of course this year, at just the precise moment of an out-of-context comment or question in Shinka's class. I feel fortunate to have been your principal this year, and it is an honor to stand before you to address you on this momentous occasion. First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Graduating from high school is not an easy feat, especially in these times, and it is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. It is a time filled with endless possibilities, where you can dream big and set ambitious goals for yourselves. As you step out into the world beyond our school, remember that graduation is not the end of learning. It is merely a stepping stone on the lifelong journey of acquiring knowledge and wisdom. The world is constantly evolving, and it is essential to remain curious, adaptable, and open to new ideas. You're entering a world that is both exciting and challenging. As you embark on your chosen paths, whether that is college, university, the workforce, or making it big in your big rock band, remember the power you hold to make a positive impact on the world. Each one of you has unique talents, skills, and perspectives that contribute to creating a better society. Whatever you choose, strive to make a difference in the lives of others. Do not underestimate the power of kindness and empathy. In a world that often seems divided, be the bridge that connects people. Your generation has the potential to bring about transformational shifts in our society, and I urge you to continue to use your voices and actions for the greater good. Finally, I would like to express my gratitude to the teachers, parents, families, and guardians who have played a significant role in shaping these remarkable young individuals before us. Your unwavering support, guidance, and encouragement have helped them reach their goals. Let us acknowledge their contributions with a round of applause. So a round of applause for all of you. In conclusion, as you embark on this next part of your journey, remember that you have the power to shape the world around you. Your potential is limitless, and I cannot wait to see the incredible impact that you have on the world. Congratulations, class of 2023. May your future be filled with success, happiness, and fulfillment. Thank you. And now it is with great pleasure I call up Dakota Sanders, our first student speaker.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, functional people of society, and hello, future functional people of society who sit up here with me. My name is Dakota Sanders, and this is the Six Rivers class of 2023. I know some of you didn't believe me when I said functional. But that's what you are, just by being here and living today. I only arrived at Six Rivers my senior year. I don't have the first full 4 years of these memories with this school like my classmates, but I feel as if I've been here the whole time. Even my teachers have remarked that it's weird thinking I just got here. I believe this is because of the seamless transition prepared for them, for us. Now I'm gonna try to keep this speech short and sweet, which is ironic because it feels like the opposite of the past 4 years. Let me tell you, as a swamped freshman in the year of 2020, I felt as if I was getting a jail sentence and COVID was the warden. All I wanted to be was done with schoolwork, done with scrambling out the door, and I know that my classmates feel the exact same way. But after a bumpy start, we learned to hit a stride, and we glided through sophomore year. Looking back, I hope we can remember the good times and forget the fear. Then junior year hits us like a double-leg blast to the chest. For those of you who don't know, a double-leg blast is where you put your face in the person's chest and pull their legs out from underneath them. It's pretty fun to do, unless you're doing it to Eli Martinez, who's made out of solid stone. Oh, thank you. Back to junior year. We truly pushed the limits of that pandemic year. And then all of a sudden, it ends. Masks and mandates trickle away, and we're finally greeted with a breath of fresh air, with the last summer of our high school careers, preparing for the last one. Now, to be brutally honest, I didn't know what Six Rivers was at the time. And as a student athlete, I didn't really care. I switched schools countless of times over the past few years. But I remember the exact moment when I came to peace with being at this school. It was the first cold day, and the classic humble fog was heavy. I got to my first period class kind of early, and I planted myself at the closest table. As my classmates walked by, I judged them fairly, as they did me. And then Sawyer Broadcorp sat down next to me. And we talked through the whole class. And I remember that was when I finally found out that this school was a family. It was truly connected. I found a school that cared for me, cared for what I cared for. And I would be lying if I said that my favorite part wasn't the morning where I would share my good things in Miss Furloff's class. I could share my wrestling achievements. It was quite special. And of course, Mr. Basu's many knowledgeable and funny stories. Did you know he's been teaching seniors for 30 years? Or so we've been told. But I'm glad to be one of those years. I'm glad. I'm thankful to have such a unique school. Not just supporting me, but all of us. I had the most fun running the canned food drive, where I wish I could tell you how much money we raised or the pounds of cans, but we still have not received the official amount. Honestly, it didn't matter. All that food, just the thought of it giving back to our community was amazing. And we won't mention how Arcata High might have stole one of our donation bins. Now to my former classmates, please start your own businesses and become very successful so you can sponsor me in my mixed martial arts career. Thank you. All jokes aside, I would like you to take a deep breath with me. Ready? In. Out. Doesn't it feel good being here today? Doesn't it feel good to let your wings stretch? Go ahead, take the weight off your shoulders because you earned this. After my 1 year here, I've seen your expressive personalities clash and create verbal art. We'll never forget how Eli's hair stole most of our pens and the and the legendary whiteboard drawing of Garfield, whose creator vanished when we needed him most. And as one last favor, I ask you all to carry on being your true, authentic selves and help others like you helped me. Thank you. And now I bring up Serrano.
Hello, my name is Shannara Serrano, and I would like to start by thanking all the beautiful people who have helped us get here, from Six Rivers staff to the students, as well as a special shout out to the senior class president, Josh Hurst. Today, in this very moment, we may not be engaged in physical combat as much as we were in historic times, but we've still got battles to fight, to simply defend all that we have gained to work at all that we have worked to obtain as humans. We have all come so far from where we started as freshmen. We have dealt with a global pandemic, a record high of school violence and wars, yet here we stand at our high school graduation. This may seem like a small event to some, but this is a defining moment in our stories. We have all been through so much, yet we stand here today together. From online classes to a fight about imaginary numbers that marked Kozera's worst class to teach in 20 years. We were there for each other through it all. So now I want to tell a few things to my fellow graduates today. You are bound by nothing and open to that of endless possibilities at every and any given moment. We are being released into the world as the next generation of society. That's a lot of weight on your shoulders. But I know that you are all going out into the world with hopes of improvement. No matter how many times you get knocked down, I know that you will get back up stronger because this is a class of very resilient and creative people. Everybody who is graduating today has inspired me and given me hope for the future. I also want all of you to know time is of the essence. Take every opportunity you can. It's better to have done everything than to look back and regret because you didn't. You are at a pivotal point in your life. You can actually do anything you want. So many people in this world are surviving, and my hope for all of you is to live. Find your joys in life and your aspirations. I want you to follow what makes you happy and content, because that's what life is about. Most of your life has probably been taken up by school or studying, but everything changes now. You get to take charge and choose what you believe is best, even if others don't agree. We have the right to be who we are and do whatever we desire. The world is ours. Thank you for your time and congratulations to the class of 2023. Now I'd like to invite up my classmate, Elijah Martinez.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elijah Martinez, and I'm here to help celebrate the Six Rivers class of 2023 graduation. This speech is going to start out the same way freshman year did. Kind of awkward and probably not loud enough at first. But trust me, it will get better. Freshman year, today's one of our last days here together as a class. But we're not here to be sad about it. We're here to help celebrate each other's achievements and everything we've done leading up to this. Freshman year, we only knew a few of each other starting out, and I think we know each other slightly better now. I don't think I'll be able to say that we're all a big happy family, but at least like distant relatives. I didn't go into high school thinking I would leave with people I'd consider to have really changed my life, but I was wrong. In these 4 years, I've made friends, lost some, but most importantly, I found family. I know that after today, many of us won't talk for months, years, or maybe at all. And knowing that, I could still say that I see all of you as very important parts of my life. Even if we don't talk again, the time we spent together will always be some of the best times of all the years I've been in school. From starting a successful club with Paxton and Louie, to just sitting outside in the sun during study skills with Shannara, Mars, Cayenne, and Dakota. My last 2 years at this school have been the best years I've ever had, and I wouldn't have changed anything about them. The 2 years before that, though, could have gone a little bit better. But the outcome of all these years put together, I wouldn't have changed for anything. And like I said, after today, many of us will part ways and move to different cities, states, or elsewhere in the world. But we'll all still have these memories and the last few years to keep us together. We are one hell of a pirate crew, and now I'll leave you with not a goodbye, but a see you later.
All right, let's give one more round of applause for our speakers. All right, and now I have the honor and pleasure to present our class valedictorian and salutatorian for the class of 2023. The recognition of salutatorian, and valedictorian are traditional graduation honors that consist of excellence, and the students who earn these honors are dedicated to making the most of educational opportunities. Not only are these honorees excellent students, but they have also made significant contributions to our school community throughout their time here at Six Rivers. First, I would like to recognize and celebrate our class of 2023 salutatorian with a 4.002 grade point average, Louie Marek. All right, and now for the Six Rivers valedictorian. This should come as no surprise. Please join me in recognizing this student with a 4.187 grade point average, Josh Hurst. All right, please join me in congratulating these two on their academic success. There's a ramp right there. We really did practice, I swear. All right, next I'd like to call up Mr. Brasou.
Hello, my name is Paul Brasou. I taught senior projects, a class taken and taught by seniors. We're here today to honor our students and personalize their graduation by saying a few kind words about the impression they made to us, the staff and faculty at Six Rivers, and the Six Rivers community. Kind is a perfect way to describe our first graduate. Though he only transferred to Six Rivers this year, he made a tremendous impression on everyone he met. He was involved, helpful, respectful, thoughtful, a deep thinker, a tiger on the mat as he qualified for the CIF State Wrestling Tournament, but a pirate through and through as he exemplified all the qualities of our guiding code while just being one sincerely nice guy. An honest man, Dakota Sanders. No.
Maybe we didn't practice this part.
No one has to tell us that we live in a unique place. There is a spirit in Humboldt County, a spirit I fell in love with when I moved here 45 years ago. It's all about charting your course. This student has the spirit and embodies the spirit and moves the spirit forward to the future. She was an important reason for both the winter performance and the senior trip were such a success because she kept us fed. Confident and competent, stepping up, not afraid to work, all while running on Petrolia time. Doing it well and doing it her way, Gillian Ryan.
Sequence, right? Okay. Hello, my name is Tim Cluel. I'm the fine arts teacher here at Six Rivers High School. As a former yearbook teacher, I like themes. I'm going to kind of approach these speeches as though, you know, there's a theme carrying through the speeches. For my speeches, I'd like to call the students up on the stage for me to make the speech while you're up here. I'm calling my series of speeches the Mythbusters series. So could I call up Tallulah Johnson onto the stage? Ooh, don't do that. Hi, Tallulah.
Hi.
So I'm calling this speech the myth of guess what?
What?
Average. Okay. And you'll know why here in a second. Average. The word average was the response of Tallulah on a regular basis when I asked him how he was doing as he entered my class. What was I expecting? It's 8:30 in the morning, and I'm maybe just a little too exuberant for most of these high school students. I'm a little too enthusiastic. The truth is, though Tallulah was feeling average as he entered my class, Tallulah's performance in my class was not just average. I don't want to hold you in suspense for too long. Tallulah's approach to his art and Tallulah's final pieces far exceeded average. Tallulah is a keen observer. I often see Tallulah inches away from his piece, inspecting it to ensure perfection, to ensure that everything is much better than average. Tallulah, as you go forward into the next chapter of your life, approach it like you approach your art. If you do so, it'll propel yourself so far beyond a life of average. Congratulations. The next person I would like to bring up to the stage is Louis. Louis, come on up. Louis Merrick. Hey, how's it going? So I'm calling this one the myth of the unmotivated. Unmotivated. The word can be used to describe some people, but it is a word that I would never bring into a conversation describing Louis. This artist is determined, curious, and is filled with wonder and excitement. He brings an enthusiasm to his art and life that is refreshing for this art teacher to see. Throughout the 4 years that I've known Louis, he's proven himself to be tirelessly inquisitive. He's a seeker of knowledge. I've always known Louis to have a strong drive to perfect his craft, his ability to conceptualize and develop artistic technique. I've had countless conversations with Louis about perfecting that craft, about perfecting and creating a more fluid composition, and about communicating his concepts effectively. Louis is not afraid to look into refining the small details of his art. Louis is a tremendously thoughtful person. Louis, you are so incredibly motivated. You are. It has been so exciting for me to have seen your progress as an artist, both technically and conceptually, and just your progress as a person. It really has. Your development to the person you are today is just fabulous to have seen. I'm so excited to hear about all the creative and motivated things that you'll be doing in the future. The next person I'd like to bring up is Toby. Toby Swenson, come on up. The theme for your speech, Toby, is the myth of the apathetic high school student. Do you know any of those? He's not standing in front of you, I can tell you that much. Apathy is a word that communicates a feeling that most high school students experience at least once in their high school career. The word empathetic is a rival or antonym to the word apathetic. Empathetic is exactly what Toby is. Toby is a kind-hearted person who I've seen time and time again check in with his peers, to check in to see if they need to be checked in with. You kind of have that empathetic nature where you sense that something is maybe up, and it's just in your nature to really kind of see how they're doing, to check in with them. You know, though I try my best to maintain an exuberant sort of demeanor, I've had days where I'm less than so. Toby's always the first to check in with me and ask how I'm doing during those days. This is a reflection of Toby's very giving and empathetic nature. Toby is also very engaged and engaging. I have had many conversations with Toby where I've had to pry myself from the corner of your room so I can help other students. Toby, you're a really generous person. I have no doubt that you'll continue to take the time to nurture the relationships you have with colleagues and friends. Congratulations. I would like to call up Miss Rululu to the stage. Fro. Sorry, Fro. I thought you said Miss.
Hey everybody, my name is Megan Froloff, and I have been your students' English teacher for some of them for 4 years. So I know them all very well. So there we go. Class of 2023, I just want to let you know that we rode through a pandemic together, and we did a really good job, and it was an honor. So thanks for being with me through all that. The first student I'd like to call up today is Elliot. Elliot, we have spent a lot of time together. I've had you in English, journalism, and study skills for 4 years. That's 3 classes times 4 years. Do the math, and that's a lot. And in that time, I have seen you pull massive bags of candy out of your backpack on the regular. Rainbow bacon, now and laters, weird oozy-goozy things. And amidst all this candy, I have seen your generosity shine. You are always willing to share your bounty with folks. You have turned people's days around with your kindness. Beyond candy, you have brought so much positivity to class each day. Every morning you greet me with a smile and a story, and you start pretty much every day with me. You almost always share in good things, and you're a tremendous friend, not just to your classmates, but to folks in other grades too. I have seen you form strong bonds and provide so much love to your friends. Carry that on with you into the future, and I know you will do just fine. And when in doubt, carry some candy too. All right, next I'd like to call up Estella. Estella, I love having you in class. You are focused, you are funny, and you ask great questions. When something captures your interest, you have a lot to say, and you usually make some pretty funny jokes too. You have grown up so much over these last 4 years, and while you've always been cool, you were a freshman in a band, and you made your own amazing Oogie Boogie costume for Halloween. That's pretty cool. This year, I have seen your scholarly side emerge. When we worked on the land acknowledgement in class, you asked the most thoughtful and nuanced questions. You wanted to contribute and get it right, and you did. When I needed salmon coins, I turned to you and Elliot for help, and I know other teachers have turned to you for projects and help too, so thank you. You typically sit right by my desk in class, and I turn to you a lot, sometimes just to show you a picture of my kid. I will miss having you there. Thank you for your many contributions, both in thought and in projects, and in Halloween costumes to my class and to our school. All right, I have all the students, so I have a lot. Bear with me. All right, Salvador. You look good. Salvador, you are a funny guy. Like, you are literally hilarious, but it took me a moment to realize that. During your freshman year, I saw your quiet, studious side, and I was impressed. You turned in thoughtful, well-written work, and you always listened well. And I thought you were quiet. 4 years later, I realized that you might be more soft-spoken than some of your classmates, but you aren't exactly quiet, and you are always saying plenty. First of all, you say loads with just a look. While you are TAing for me and I ask you to return books to the library, your lifted eyebrow says it all. And then you silently return the books. I also know that you are quietly engaged in a bit of a merry war with Cayenne. You also make pretty hilarious yearbook layouts. Just note the amazing filter fun page. But what I have noticed the most and what I admire the most is how you go above and beyond for your friends. I have seen you do everything from helping friends write entire essays, like literally coaching them along, to nonchalantly passing a hungry classmate a piece of Little Caesars Detroit-style pizza. You have been described by your classmates as very funny and sometimes out of pocket, which is true, and you're also pretty awesome.
It's hard to hug it with all that stuff on there.
All right, Leonard, come on up. At this point, we're just moving down the seating chart in English 4. So here we come to Leonard. Leonard, you are such a positive person. When I am teaching and I need a friendly face to look to in the room, I always look at you. You always have a smile and even a laugh. You might not always love what we're doing in class, but you're always game. Remember our debate unit? I think I saw you shake your head more than once at the project before digging in and getting it done. This is such an important skill. I've seen you grow so much over the years as a person willing to push themselves out of their comfort zone and take risks, from giving a graduation speech in class to charging through books and work that wasn't always your favorite. You always did it, and you never once complained. I've seen that you are willing to help others out when they are outside of their comfort zone too. When I started attending D&D Club at the beginning of the year, I intentionally sat by you because I knew you were a safe person who would help me figure out the complicated game, and you did. You patiently explained everything to me. Now here you are, a senior and a king of the stock market, and you were gracious enough to even wear your stock market crown in front of the study skills class when I asked you to. Keep being you, keep being positive, and keep working hard because it's working for you. Yeah. All right, I'd now like to invite up Stellaria. I almost called you all juniors because I just had a flashback. I think seniors, you know where this is going. We're going to talk a little bit about our fun time in junior year. Stellaria, I will never, ever forget teaching The Great Gatsby to you, or rather, having you teach The Great Gatsby to me. I don't want to narrow all your achievements into this one thing, but I have to say that I carry our class's reading of Gatsby with me as I move forward in my teaching. I was not shocked when I gave you a copy of the book and you finished it early. That's normal for you. But when you came back after reading it, you were armed with modern and relevant interpretations that were right there in front of us all, and you brought them to light. You made the characters real. I sometimes consider retiring Gatsby as I see it age, but you have brought Gatsby roaring back on so many levels. You pretty much told us that Nick was in love with Gatsby, and you were right. You were so emphatic and enthusiastic in your reading, so committed to meaningful textual interpretation and making sense of it all, and then applying it to the real world. Honestly, I didn't have to do much. I just assigned reading and sat back and let you get the class excited and drawn into pretty fantastic discussions. I really think back fondly on that specific unit with this class, and that's kind of a rare thing for a book that I've taught about 13 times. Your ability to make connections and get excited and share those thoughts with others is exciting and inspiring. Thank you, and I look forward to one day reading something you've written. Okay, only one more from me. All right, Valentine, come on up. Careful, it's windy up here. Valentine, it's been a fun 4 years learning with you. In many ways, you have grown and changed a lot over these 4 years, but in many ways, you have kept this strong and essential part of yourself front and center, so I can see freshman you and senior you clearly. I will miss all the fun and colorful things about you, from your Gengar sweater or your Hello Kitty fashion aesthetic, to the humorous things you say in class, to the beautiful art I've seen you make over the years. You have a novel approach to life, and you're always coming up with a new and creative way to express yourself. What I will miss, most, is when you throw down in discussions. If I had to assign a superpower to you, it would be relating to your amazing performances in Socratic seminars. Wisdom power? Something like that. Over the last 2 years, our class has circled up and had some pretty interesting discussions on everything from the Transcendentalists to the Matrix. And each time you have stood out with your thoughtful, complex contributions. You have taken okay seminars and raised the level of class discussion immensely. I know you will continue to create and express yourself as you move forward and raise the level of discourse wherever you go. Keep it up. Got your orange folder. I got my orange folder.
Hello, y'all. I'm Tara Ralulu. I'm the resource teacher at Six Rivers, and thank y'all for coming. I get to speak for two students today. First, this might be a surprise to you, but Sawyer, come on up. Bo Jackson said, set your goals high and don't stop till you get there. For those of you who don't know, Bo Jackson played professional football and baseball, and not unlike our next senior, Sawyer Broadcorb, I'm so sorry, I've said it right a million times, has excelled in soccer, basketball, and tennis. He will be playing as a Corsair next year for the College of the Redwood soccer team. Job. Sawyer, I met you as a freshman, and then I didn't really see you much in between. I was COVID, maternity leave, all that stuff. And then until you joined my study skills class this year. Your sense of humor has been a great addition to that class, and I'm so glad we got to know each other a little bit better recently. I know it was important for you to get an A in my class, so here it is. It's official, he got an A. Your basketball coach and my class roommate, Mr. Cosera, would often quote John Wooden in class or his graduation speeches, so here's one to ponder as you take your next steps. It's what you learn after you think you know it all that really counts. And I think that kind of sums up high school students, right? They know it all, right? All right. Congratulations, Sawyer.
Thank you.
Oh, and your shirt. And your shirt. All right. Yeah. And the wind. This is what happens when you are late to write speeches, so you have to bring your own and they're not nicely in the binder. Okay. I also get the honor to speak for Elijah Martinez. If you can make it with all the bling you've got on you in Salvador, man, very cool. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And while that's true, those are the words of the great Maya Angelou, not my own. However, when trying to sum up how we all feel about Eli, I needed to look to someone far more eloquent than me. For those of you who know Eli, you know that he makes everyone around him feel good. I remember the first time I met Eli when he was in 8th grade. As soon as he turned and smiled, I knew he'd be easy to get along with. But it's not just his smile. Eli is one of the most loving and accepting people I've ever met. He is the heart of our school and will be dearly missed. I have so many fun memories of working with Eli over the years. Even when we were online during COVID, Eli was able to shine his light. But one memory I will never forget is when Eli and I traded outfits. There's a picture in the yearbook if you missed it. Eli, you need to promise to come back and tell us all about your adventures after high school. We want to see the swords you forged, hear about all your new friends you've made, and see your smile again. And it's just been an honor to be your teacher. Congratulations, Eli.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Clover Shinka, and I had the honor of teaching government and economics to this group. I'd like to first welcome up Caleb to the stage. I am lucky enough to have served as bookends to Caleb's high school career. I had the privilege of teaching him English as a freshman at Academy of the Redwoods, a long time ago now, and now as his government economics teacher at Six Rivers. I have truly enjoyed watching Caleb grow and mature. He is an original thinker and someone who is always looking to probe deeper and understand more. Caleb is smart and generous. He expects a lot of himself and from those around him, which raises the game for all of us. I expect that Caleb will be very successful in his post-high school career studies, and I imagine will breathe a deep sigh of relief once he can focus on science and math and technology, his preferred subjects, and not the inherently illogical subjects of English and history. Caleb is an absolute original, and I have benefited by knowing him. Thank you. Next, I would like to ask Phoebe to come up to the stage. Hi, Phoebe. Phoebe is an amazing person. She is like a warm spring breeze, bringing happiness and comfort to all around her. Phoebe is strong and kind. She cares deeply about those around her, friends and family alike. She is indomitable. I have never seen anything truly throw her for more than a few minutes. Phoebe is 100% ready to embrace her next stage of life. She has chosen an excellent and practical career as a dental hygienist, which will always be in demand. She embraces adult responsibilities gracefully, which is a true path to life satisfaction. She is loving and forgiving and quite the mama bear for her little brother Sawyer. She and Gilly and Sawyer together are a delightful trio, and their laughter is contagious. Rather than fearing the unknown to come, Phoebe is always embracing her best life with unbounded optimism, and it is wonderful to witness. Every room that Phoebe is in is better for her having been there. May I please call Mars up to the stage? It's okay, we got it. Mars is just an incredibly cool person. Mars has style and grace and is an undeniably talented artist. Mars is completely devoted to their friends, showing an unwavering loyalty. Big wind. They have great style in dress, in cool hair colors, ever evolving, ever changing, and in philosophy and speech. Mars and Shannara are a most powerful duo, and hopefully they will keep using their power only for good. Put Caden in the mix as well, and you have a trio of unbounded possibilities. Getting to know Mars is a very rewarding experience, and I highly recommend it. Many students tend to see the world in black and white, good and evil, without seeing the nuances of gray. Mars already does see that the world is more complicated, which is a much more mature worldview. Their sense of humor and fun is a gift that charms and cheers up all those around them. I am so curious to find out what Mars' next steps will be. I do know they will be groundbreaking and, yes, very cool. Next up, may I ask Cayenne to come up? Officially, I have known Cayenne his whole life. Actually, even before he was born. Cayenne's mother and I were both participants in a program at the Arcata Community Pool in 2005 for expectant mothers with the awesome title of Tsunami Mommies. I also remember meeting Cayenne as a young toddler in about 2007 in the community forest. I remember because I really loved the name Cayenne. I thought it sounded really cool and strong and kind of sassy. And you know what? That's Cayenne in a nutshell. I have truly enjoyed having Cayenne in my class this year. Who wouldn't enjoy a student who is compassionate and so artistically talented? I know Cayenne has some minor trepidations about graduating, and then the dreaded adulting, but I know he'll be just fine. Even if he sometimes has doubts, he absolutely has all the raw materials for success. He already knows the key is hard work and showing up and teamwork, and he demonstrates that in his dedication to his rowing and crew members. If Cayenne's boat ever tips over, either literally or metaphorically, I trust him to right it with extreme good humor and grace. Congratulations. And lastly, I have the honor of speaking to Caden. I am so happy to have gotten to know Caden over the course of this year. Caden is a truly lovely person, unfailingly kind, and always generous, always respectful. Caden has a subtle sense of humor and a very strong sense of empathy. Caden has wonderful and original ideas. For our economics final project, students were assigned the task of conceiving and building a business from scratch, including startup requirements, financials, detailed proposals. Of all the projects the students submitted, I think Caden's was the one I would have been likely to invest in. He came up with the idea for a gym that would care for both the physical and mental state of its members. It was simultaneously novel and yet displayed common sense and a keen awareness of market trends. I am excited to see what direction Caden will choose to go in this post-high school period. I do know wherever he goes, he will enrich the lives of those he touches. Thank you.
Families, honored guests, faculty members, and students. I am Ms. Schmidt, and I get the honor of speaking about 3 of our graduates today. Nariah, could you please join me on stage? Today we gather here to celebrate the achievements of an extraordinary individual who has truly left an indelible mark on our hearts and minds. As we bid farewell to our graduating student, I stand before you to pay tribute to his remarkable journey, passion, and commitment. Nariah has displayed a unique blend of talents and interests that have enriched our lives and challenged the boundaries of conventional thinking. From his exhilarating adventures on the racetrack to his invaluable contributions to our Cedar webpage, Nariah has demonstrated an unwavering dedication to excellence. First and foremost, let us acknowledge his love for racing cars. Early on in getting to know Nariah, I learned that he found solace and excitement behind the wheel. In the way you've described it to me, your car has become your canvas, and the roar of the engine, your symphony. With each race, you pushed the limits, embracing the challenges and igniting a fire within your heart that will fuel your ambition for years to come. Through these endeavors, you have not only achieved personal triumphs, but have also taught me the importance of perseverance, focus, and the pursuit of our passions. But his talents do not end at the racetrack. With his technical skills, Nariah dedicated countless hours to perfecting our online presence, ensuring that our message reached our community with clarity and creativity. And this graduate possesses an insatiable curiosity and unyielding belief in the power of questioning. I love that his fascination with the coincidences surrounding the invention of hydrogen-fueled cars has inspired him to delve deeper into the realm of transportation. Through his research, he has also become a voice of awareness around lithium mining, challenging the status quo and shedding light on the possibilities of a better future. As you embark on the next chapter of your life, may your spirit of adventure, your thirst for knowledge, your unwavering determination continue to guide you. Remember that the lessons you have learned, the challenges you have overcome, and the passion that drives you will shape your path and help you leave an even greater impact on the world. Congratulations, Naraya, on your remarkable achievements. May your dreams be boundless, your endeavors be fruitful, and your legacy be everlasting. Paxton, if you could please join me. When we think of Paxton, many words come to mind: witty, stylish, and utterly unique. She possesses a personality that radiates like 1,000 suns, capturing our attentions with her quick wit and infectious laughter. Whether it's a snappy comeback or a clever pun, she always manages to keep us on our toes, proving that humor truly is the spice of life. Now, let's talk about style. When it comes to fashion, our graduate is nothing short of a trendsetter. Paxton effortlessly blends the latest trends with her own personal flair, creating a signature style that turns heads wherever she goes. And let's not forget her affinity for those adorable, yet practical, tiny backpacks that seem to defy the laws of physics. Who knew one could carry so much style in such a compact package? But there's more to Paxton than just her fashion sense and quick wit. She is a master of imagination and champion of creativity. Hidden beneath that fashionable exterior lies a passionate player of Dungeons and Dragons. Through epic quests and fantastical adventures, she has forged friendships and was a foundational member of our D&D club and created memories that will last a lifetime. Much like a D&D campaign, graduating requires one to face challenges and struggles. Overcoming difficulties in academics requires determination, resilience, and a strong commitment to your goals. Graduation is a time to reflect on your journey and identify the lessons you've learned along the way. Use these experiences to shape your future positively. Remember, graduation is just the beginning of your journey. Embrace the knowledge and experience you've gained. Stay determined and continue working towards your dreams. Thank you for the laughter, the fashion inspiration, and the epic adventures. May your future be as bright as the shine on your perfectly coordinated outfits, and your tiny backpack always be filled with tools to conquer the world. Congratulations, Paxton.
Oh, Schmidt, I love the backpack.
Shannara, will you please join me? Today it is my honor and privilege to stand before you and speak about an extraordinary individual who embodies the essence of resilience, dedication, and grace. We gather here to celebrate the remarkable Shannara, whose journey has been a testament to her unwavering spirit and determination. Through her time at Six Rivers, she has exemplified sweetness and empathy in every aspect of her life. She possesses a remarkable ability to connect with others, always extending a helping hand and a compassionate ear. Whether it was assisting a struggling classmate, offering guidance to her peers, or engaging in community service initiatives, she demonstrated an innate capacity to uplift and support those around her. Her kindness has left an indelible mark on the hearts of all who have had the pleasure of knowing her. Now let me take a moment to appreciate one of her unique qualities: great earrings. Adorned with creativity and style, her choice of accessories reflects her vibrant personality and distinctive sense of fashion. The earrings she wears with pride are not just pieces of jewelry, but symbols of her individuality and confidence. They showcase her ability to infuse originality and flair into every aspect of her life, leaving an impression on everyone she encounters. However, behind this bright smile and fashionable aura, she faced her fair share of challenges, particularly this semester. Life has a way of testing our strength, and she has encountered obstacles that seemed insurmountable at times. Yet through it all, she has proven herself to be an incredible example of resilience. She refused to allow setbacks to define her. Instead, she stood tall, faced adversity head on, and emerged stronger than ever. Her courage and determination through these tough times are a testament to her character and depth of her spirit. Today, as we celebrate her graduation, let us acknowledge the profound impact she has had on Six Rivers and the lives of those around her. She leaves behind a legacy of kindness, perseverance, and unwavering dedication. Her journey serves as a reminder that success is not measured solely by academic achievements, but by the lives we touch and the difference we make in the world. Congratulations, Shannara. May your journey ahead be as remarkable as the one you've left behind.
Hello, my name is Melanie Zapper, and I had the pleasure of teaching most of these students in Integrated 2 their sophomore year on Zoom, and then for those of them that tend to take a theater or tech class. And so the first student I'd like to speak about is Theo. Theo, will you come on up here, please? I first met Theo in online Zoom classes in math, and as you can imagine, most math classes are quite quiet over Zoom. But I've really enjoyed getting to know him better this year, and if there's something I've really come to learn about Theo is he is quite consistent. We do daily check-ins in my class with images, and I ask students to, kind of evaluate where they're at on a scale of these people's faces, and without doubt, Theo will say 6. No matter what. How are you feeling today, Theo? 6. And if I were to ask you today, how are you feeling today, Theo? 6. So, but I was amazed as I would read the weekly reflections that his peers would turn in, because I asked the tech students to praise somebody in the class for what they've been doing well, because oftentimes they work independently. And time after time, Theo's name would come up. They would thank him for being helpful, for being on task while they were working, for being the person they could go to get it done. And so, Theo, thank you so much for being a part of the tech team this year and for making sure that everybody's jobs got done. Appreciate it. Do you want a fist bump or a shake? The next student I'd like to call up here is Josh. So, Josh, what have you not done? You've done our school board member. You've done our parent advisory committee. You've done pirate council. I mean, leadership-wise, you're kind of across the board there. I'm not sure if you all are aware of that, but Josh has pretty much sat into any position at our school that has required a student to be involved in, and he's done it. In addition, he continues to blossom on stage as an AAI musician. I had the pleasure of watching you perform solo last year and in a band this year, sometimes in duets. You're going to perform tomorrow at Arcata High's graduation. Josh has really kind of come to fruition in terms of music, but I think my most favorite thing of this year was really getting to see Josh cut loose in his role as Cowboy Bob in our musical Footloose. Josh, you nailed it. I was so glad that you auditioned, and I was so glad that I got to get to know you as an actor as well as a musician. Thank you so much. Kaya, come on up here. So I have had the pleasure of having Kaya in my Intro to Tech Theater class for the past 4 years. She is run lights for 2 of the Six Rivers Charter High School's winter performance. She's helped design lights for multiple shows that we've done on stage. She is my go-to in terms of organization and general leadership backstage. And recently she took on after-school work running lights for Footloose, which I've been trying to get you to do for the last few years. So I'm really glad you stepped into it your senior year. I was really happy to hear previously this year, that Kaya plans to continue studying lighting design in college. And so I am so thankful that you joined our program, not only for what you've brought to Six Rivers' theater department, but also that it sparked in you a curiosity that you plan to continue after high school. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this is my last person. Cedar, will you come on up here, please? So I have also had Cedar in the drama class for 2 years, and then 3 years of the Arcata Arts Institute's advanced theater program. Cedar joined online our first year, and I'm honestly not sure why anyone would really want to join an online performing arts class. It's not quite the same. But I appreciate that you stood through it. I know last year she had the opportunity to join the CSESA, which is the California Summer School for the Arts, or State Summer School for the Arts. She had a line in Flow, the fashion show that we do at Arcata High this year. She does jewelry making. She had an internship this year with the Humboldt Del Norte Film Commission. And I know that she plans to continue studying acting after high school. And Cedar, what I want to say to you is the world is your oyster. Continue to do what you do and do it well and really enjoy your experience as you move forward. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm really hoping that the things behind me don't blow away. So, that was wonderful. Thank you so much, teachers, for all your kind words. We do have a very amazing class here that we got to speak about. And I'd like to take this moment to honor the class of 2023. And it is my pleasure to present to Superintendent Roger McDonald, as well as our board member and clerk, Natalie Giannini, the Six Rivers class of 2023. They have met all of the requirements for graduation set forth by the state of California and the Northern Humboldt Union High School District. The Six Rivers Charter High staff has done an outstanding job mentoring and preparing them for this day and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Coleman. I have prepared remarks, but I don't typically read them. And I think the first thing that I want to say, though, is that every time I come to one of these Six Rivers graduations, I'm just touched by the care that is expressed between students and staff. They genuinely know each other. They genuinely they love each other. And it's really nice. It's really a gift to be able to share in this, pretty intimate exchange and sharing. So I thank you for that, and students, I thank you for that. I thought that you spoke really, really well, and you hit on some of the things that I was going to hit on. You talked about the crazy 4 years that you've had, and you've experienced a lot. Whether you were here for 1 year or whether you're here for 4 years, you've all gone through a lot over that time. And my reflection on that is that there's probably not a whole lot better places to be than Six Rivers for that. So I'm really happy for you that you were able to have that experience, and grateful for our teachers and admin for getting you through here. Last night I was at a graduation, and I thank the staff for helping get the students across the finish line. But when I think about you, I thank you for helping get the staff across the finish line. Your enthusiasm and your sense of humor and all that you do. Every time I talk to one of your teachers, I hear something special about you. I personally see you every day bringing the joy. If I come into one of your classrooms, you'll let me sit down, you'll show me what you're doing, you'll make a joke. And you've been very, very welcoming and inviting for me, and I personally appreciate that. It says a lot about your culture. I don't think there's anything more that I could say that you haven't already shared today. So I just want to, again, I want to echo Ms. Coleman, that we're here together to celebrate your accomplishments. and your accomplishments, but we're also here to celebrate your accomplishments. We couldn't do this without you. If you are a Six Rivers Charter High School family, from day one, you're asked to do a lot, you're offered to do a lot, and you do a lot to support our school. And I really appreciate all the little extra things you do to help make this work for our kids. So I think I'm gonna turn this over to Trustee Giannini and let her know that I also certify that these Six Rivers Charter High School seniors have met the requirements of the state of California and the Northern Humboldt Union High School District. And so, Trustee Giannini, I present to you these exceptional candidates.
Hello, everyone. This windy day. I'm honored to be here this afternoon representing the Northern Humboldt Union High School District's Board of Trustees. Our graduation ceremonies are truly one of the most joyful and significant events of the school year. To our parents, families, teachers, and staff, thank you. Thank you for all your efforts in supporting our students in their efforts to graduate high school and to be here today. To our graduates, congratulations. This is an important accomplishment. It's not only an academic accomplishment, but it's also an important transition into adulthood. Your community is so proud of you, and we wish you safe travels as you move out into the world. On behalf of the entire Northern Humboldt Union High School District Board of Trustees, it's my tremendous honor to formally certify that all graduates here have met the requirements set forth by the state of California and accept them as the Six Rivers High School graduating class of 2023.
And now what you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. And so if we could please have Nariah Adams. Do you want to step? Do you want to scooch forward here?
Right on.
Yeah. Elliot Blinn. Phoebe Broadcorb. Ooh, my hat. Sawyer Broadcorb. Caleb Brown. Estella Campisi. Kaya Corcoran. Josh Hurst. Tallulah Johnson.
I think you're straight ahead.
Kyan Lee. Mars Long. Isaiah Madriz. Louis Merrick.
You know where his people are, right there.
Elijah Martinez. Leonard McGahee. Theo Moore. Caden Packer. Valentine Pike. Paxton Rains. Gillian Ryan. Dakota Sanders. Shanara Serrano. Stellaria. Cedar Spirit. Tobias Swinson. Graduates, thank you so much for the past 4 years, whether it was one with us or four. It is my honor to present to you all the graduating class of 2023. Graduates, you may move your tassel from the left to the right.